the values in those attributes which we have feeded, that are the SUV, then it's white, and some 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever are the things. So respectively, these are the values which are present in the attributes. Okay, so are you clear with this thing? What is the HTML tag? What are the attributes which are present? See, if you are able to figure out this thing, then you will be able to find out the locators easily. You need to just understand the syntax. This is it. You don't have to create the HTML, but you need to understand about the HTML, how the things are written by the developer. Okay, so are you all clear with this thing? Okay, now I'll show you how the things would be present. See, the locators that would be present in Selenium, okay, there are certain set of locators which are present. Okay, and they are to be used in a proper order only. Okay, so there are some locators named as ID. Then there are locators named as name. Then there are locators which are named as link text. Then after that, okay, so this link text is a locator which can be used only for links. Okay, you cannot use it for the text boxes or check boxes or radio buttons or whatsoever. It can be used only for the links. Okay, after the link text, there are some XPath locators also. Then after that, there are some CSS locators. Then by tag name. Okay, and the last one is the DOM or DOM, whatever you want to say. Now, the order in which I have written these locators, okay, so they are followed in the same order only. Okay, so these are their order of preference. Now, what does this thing mean is, there could be some objects present on the same web page which are having the same ID. Okay, you need to first find out. See, in a web page there could be many text boxes which are present. Okay, so if you want to search for any of the particular text box, then you will have to use the locators. Okay, now there are different types of locators which are used. Now what type of the locator should be used first? Okay, so first, for the very first time, if you are using the locator, so you will have to use the locator as ID. Now there could be a case that 2 or 3 text boxes, they are sharing the same ID. Okay, so the ID locators may be same for some 2 or 3 text boxes or some check boxes. Then in that case, how are you going to uniquely identify that what text box you are talking about? How will be the Selenium script able to understand? So in that case, if there are like more than two text boxes which are sharing the same IDs, okay, then in order to uniquely identify that which text box it has to enter the data or which text box it is referring to, then you will have to go on to the second locator, which is the name. Okay, then you'll have to search via name. Okay, if this thing is also the same, okay, then you need to go to the XPath. Okay, and if there are some links present, then you can go for the link test also. Okay, so these are certain locators which would help us to uniquely identify the objects which are present in the in any of the web pages. Okay, so like when we would be practically doing it, then you will be able to understand it more. Okay, so let us just try to do it over here. Okay, we have some scripts with us. Okay, now suppose say I need to verify that whether this particular search box which is present over here in this ebay.com, it is present or not. Okay, I need to write down in my script that whether this particular text box is present or not. Okay, so if it is present, then I should go over there, click onto that text box, and then write, and I could then write over here as LED TV. Okay, then I should go over here to the all categories drop down box, select the consumer electronics, and then click onto this search button. So this is the thing that I want to do. Okay, are you able to understand? See, I need to first check that whether this text box is present or not. If this text box is present, then I need to go over there, click over there, and then I need to write the LED TV. Then there is one more drop down, one more thing is present over here. Okay, so the drop down box, from the drop down box I need to select the consumer electronics, then I need to click on the search button. Okay, so now if I have to write down the script for this thing, for this whole scenario, then I should be able to find out the locator of this text box, because I need to first search, or I need to first validate that whether this text box is present or not. And how am I going to take out the locator of this text box? So for that there is a tool present, or you can say there is an add-on present. Add-in is present. Okay, so that is Firebug. I'll tell you how you have to install it. Okay, so with the help of this Firebug, we'll be able to find out the locator of this particular text box. Okay. So can you see over here, if I am highlighting this particular text box, over here on my screen there are certain HTML codes also which are present, and in that code one set of code is getting highlighted. Are you all able to see that? That is input ID equal to GC hyphen AC, then class is something, right? Okay, so what is the value, or you can say what is the HTML tag over there in the highlighted code? What is the HTML tag? Input is the HTML tag, correct. And do you remember that what should be the HTML tag for the text box? What should be the HTML tag for text box? That should be input, correct? Yes. So over here also, this is the text box in which the HTML tag is input. And what all are the attributes? What are the attributes present over here? Yes, these are the ID, class, then there is a type, value, or then after that there is spell check also, I guess. So these are certain attributes which are present. Okay, now I told you, if you remember, that you don't have to use each and every locator, or you can say each and every attribute. Okay, so in Selenium you need to use, firstly you need to use the locator named as ID. So what is the ID attribute which is present over here for this particular text box? What is the ID attribute? Kirti, that is not LED. See over here, that is GC-AC, right? Yes. Okay, so this was my test case. Now over here we have clicked somewhere, okay, but before clicking onto the, that somewhere is actually this text box only. Okay, so what I need to validate is, before clicking onto this text box, I need to validate that whether this text box is present or not. Do you remember my scenario? I told you that if the text box is present, then only you should be entering. You should be clicking onto that and you should be entering the LED TV. Okay, so I need to first check that whether this text box is present or not. If I have to validate it, what should be the command that I should be using? If I want to check that whether this particular, correct, the assertion command, because in the scenario I explained that if that text box is present, then only you should click onto it. Okay, so I should be using the assertion command. So if you have to add any of the commands, okay, so since I need to add before the click, okay, so I'll be going to this click command, right click over there, there is an option to insert a new command. Can you see? Insert a new command. There is a whole line which you have got. Now you can add the commands also, you can add the target also, and also the value if you have to enter. Now I need to do the assertion, so the command I would be using would be the assert assert element present. Okay, now what would be the target? Yes, what would be the target? See, in the target we need to give the locator, correct? And the first locator that we have to use was ID locator. Do you all remember about the ID locator? Yes, Asna. So the first locator that we need to give is the ID. Now what was the ID over here for this particular text box? What is the ID? ID is GH-GC, sorry AC, GH-AC. Okay, so in the target I should give ID equal to GH-AC. Now if this is present, okay, so should I give any value? I need to just check that this particular thing is present or not. Okay, am I inputting anything? Am I giving any input data to it? No. So there should be no value. And also if you want to cross verify whether you have to give any value or not, so you can see over here whatever command you would be writing, okay, so according to that command the reference would be coming. That is, the syntax of the command would be coming up over here. Okay, so in assert element present there is only one thing that you need to give, that is the locator. Can you see? There is no value that you have to give. Okay, so my command is, the syntax of the command is correct. Now let us try to execute it and see whether we have written the command correctly or not. Okay, so it is executed and all the steps are executed successfully. This means that we have successfully added a line in the script by using the locator from here. So are you able to get how you can add the locators by yourself? Suppose say now I want to check that whether this search button is present or not. Okay, so what should be the locator for search button? For that, if I have to check that what is the locator for the search button, can you see over here? That is input ID equal to GH-BTN. Okay, So what is the target that I should give if I have to check that whether this search button is present or not? So in the command it would be the assert command. Okay, I got it. What should be the target? So in the target it should be locator. And what is the locator? That is id equal to gh-btn. Hasna and Kirti, what is that input and submit? Yes, that should be id only, right? Now if suppose say your script, like you have given id, okay, and over here, where is it? So over here in your script you have given the id, okay, but then also your script is throwing some error because there are certain more elements which are present which are sharing the same id. Then in that case what you can do is, see over here, see whenever the script is recorded, or you can say whenever you are recording the steps, okay, and the script is generated over here, then according to those steps all the locators are captured down, okay, like see over here, you are clicking onto some of the button at last, right? We were clicking onto the search button, okay, so it has captured the id. We have recorded this thing, okay, and it has captured the id. Okay, now apart from id also there are certain more locators which are captured. Can you see over here in the drop down? There is id, then there is css, then there are some XPath. So under XPath also there are certain things. So there are three things related to XPath, but we won't be going into that much details. But this is what I wanted to show you, that if you are recording the steps, then whatever steps are getting generated or whatever script is getting generated over here, so that script would be taking up all the locators which are present related to that particular button or that particular text box or whatsoever you have clicked upon. Okay, so if your script is not working, Shankar, I'll tell you that. Okay, so if your script is not working at any moment, then you can try to use another locator. It may be the case that some other object also in the same web page is using the same locator as yours. So this is the reason it is not able to identify your locator. Okay, so in that case, you can try using the different locator. Yes, you can use as many you want, but basically the things are done with ID, name, and the XPath attributes only. Okay, so when we have to write down the things by our own, okay, then over here, like since we have written things by our own, so we used ID and it worked properly. Okay, if not by ID, then it would have worked with name, and if in the worst condition, if it is not working by name also, then confidently it would be working with XPath attributes. Okay, so the other things, they can be used in extreme conditions. Okay, but for now I don't think that they would be used up. You would be doing things with ID only. Okay, and you will be able to get down the things properly. Okay, so how to get this thing add-on, that is the Firebug. So what you can do is, you can go to your tools, okay, then there are add-ons. Search for the add-on named as Firebug. Okay, and install it. Similarly, install search for Firepath also and install it, and then restart your Mozilla Firefox. then you would be getting a buck symbol over here. Okay, that would help you to take out the HTML format of the web page. Okay, so you can, yes, install both. It is not going to take much time, hardly 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, so you can try to install both the things, that is Firebug and Firepath. Okay, and be ready with these things in the next session. Okay, so for this session we are done. We'll discuss the things in tomorrow's session, what we have to discuss for this Selenium portion. Okay, so anyone has, Samatha, see, you need to go to the add-ons, Samatha. Can you see over here the add-ons? Go to the add-ons. Okay, over there search for Firebug, install it. Then again search for Firepath, install it, and then reopen your Mozilla Firefox, or you can say restart it. Samatha, onto the tools, either there would be a tools option present in your Mozilla. Since I don't have any tools name present over here, I'm getting this thing. Okay, when I'm clicking over here, it is giving me an option for add-ons. Okay, okay, hold on, Pachai. Pachai, you're not muted by me. Try to unmute yourself. Maybe you are unmuted from yourself only. Hey Pachai, are you able to hear me? Okay, Pachai, I'm not able to hear anything from you. Pachai, I need to, okay, so apart from HRMC, you can see any of the open source things which are present. Okay, so there are a lot of open source applications which are present. You can download or you can install that application also, and you can install the documents regarding to that application and then write down the test cases onto that. Okay, Shankar, yes, what's your doubt?
Yeah, just now I installed a Firebug, and when I opened the Firefox homepage and I just clicked on the search and I clicked on the Firebug, so I got one of the HTML is highlighted as so less than sign body dir is equal to LTR. So is this the locator?
Hold on. You're getting like this. See, once you have clicked onto that Firebug, okay, after that, can you see onto my screen? There is an arrow button which is present.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so this is actually to inspect any of the particular object of the page. Okay, so first click on that. Okay, then after that, go on to any of the text boxes or any of the buttons. Then it would highlight it also over there on the application and also in the HTML code also.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Deepti, your question was also the same? Okay. Vajay, after we have completed with the Selenium and QTP, then after that.